What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Colorado versus West Virginia. They're going up to Morgantown this weekend. The game is going to be at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's a good time. And so yeah, this is the battle of the 3-6 teams. Both of these teams have the same record. They're both a 3-6 right now. And yeah, so what's going to happen? The key takeaways from this game. That's what we're going to get into. Well, my key takeaways from the game. For me, this is a game that I would bet on for this particular game. This is a game that I can see I can make some money on because nobody's really giving Colorado a shot here. You know, but this is a game where now what's a little concerning is this just occurred to me. We have a new offensive coordinator, and he was the offensive coordinator from the last game. But I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell that they changed coordinators, so that's a little concerning. But it's going to take more than just a couple weeks to install a new plan, especially a running game. But this is not the offense is more than likely the least of their concerns here. That's the least of their concerns. Their concern is stopping the run. That's if they cannot stop the run against West Virginia, they don't have a chance. But they have to stop the run. That's the biggest thing. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Stopping the run in this particular game here. Now, I'm just looking at their upset against Houston, West Virginia. I'm looking at their well, first of all, let me go to the team stats here. Their passing yards was 157. Their total rushing yards was 246. Houston had 82 rushing yards. So let's just stop right there. Colorado going to have to if they get 246 on Colorado, they're going to win. And they're going to win big if they can get 246 rushing yards. But let me go to the player stats. So that's going to be the key takeaway is stopping the run for Colorado. They got to be able to stop that run. If they can't stop the run, it's going to be a long day if they can't stop this run. So it's a lot going on at Colorado. It's almost like it seemed like there's a push to get Coach Prime out of there. That's what it seems like now. And if that is the case, they're not going to be any better. He's not going to lead this team no better. This team is going to be. This is probably like one of those teams that is never going to be that good. And then I heard somebody say it's not because they don't have the money. They do have the money up there. No, they don't. They don't have money like Ole Miss. They don't have money like the University of Texas. They don't have money like Alabama. Okay? No, they have money, but not the kind of money like Ohio State. They don't have the kind of money like Oregon. No. They probably do have whales up there and investors, but this is not the kind of environment. And I know Matt McChesney said no. We do have a rich tradition and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a thing in the past though. We're talking about what have you done within this decade, okay? Because each decade have their time, but we're talking about right now. Within the past 10 years, you guys have been off the map. I'm surprised they're still in the Power Five. To be honest with you, this is not a Power Five school. It's not. You know, I'm being real here. I mean, you compare this to Alabama, they don't have the Alabama money to pay their players. They most certainly don't. You know, if they did, yeah, they'll get a lot of players up there. Money talks, man, especially in this NIL situation. Money talks. Yeah, what have you done for me lately? This is the kind of environment we're in. It's just the same for coaches. What have you done for me lately? And they're acting the same way with Coach Prime. Like, what have you done for me lately? Okay, you got us a Heisman Trophy winner last year. You took us to a bowl game. They don't appreciate that. The real hardcore Colorado fans, they don't appreciate that. They don't. They do not appreciate it because they're starting to feel like he just used them to get Shador in the league. That's what they're feeling like. They feeling like he doesn't care about the university. He just wanted to come there and get Shador in the league, and that's it. That's the way they feel. That's exactly the way they feel because they've been telling me. They've been inboxing me. They're like, Max, you wrong about what you said about Matt. I said he got his opinion. I got mine. It's not a big deal at the end of the day. But it's just because of my voice, it hits harder. It hits harder when I talk. It does. And I said he got his opinion, I got mine. They said, man, he used this university, man. They feel that way. They feel like he used it. And they don't feel like he's going to stay this past this year. They don't feel like so. They don't feel like it. And I said, that's your opinion if you don't feel that way. You can't speak for a grown man. You don't know what coach is going to do. And besides, if he did leave, so what? So what? Y'all going to go back to before when he got there. Y'all going to go back to how he got there. And you know the crazy thing is, they sitting up here talking, right? They had a coach, I kid you not, guys. I don't know if you remember this. They had a coach that left in the middle of the night and quit the team and went to another team. This is how bad they are. This is how bad the institution is. This is how bad the institution is, man, for football. He left in the middle of the night and went to where did he go? He went to Michigan State, I believe, in the middle of the night, and then he lost his Michigan State job for craziness. But yeah, the coach just quit on y'all, straight up. Okay, the coach just quit on them straight up, just quit. And this is not an environment for a powerhouse football team. It's not. Oh, so they can pull a high grade coaching candidate? Um, that's the only way. But even if they pull, let me tell you all this real quick. Even if they pull a high grade coaching candidate, they're not going to win up there. Because you got to think about this. Because I hear a lot of people now. They're saying it's the coaching. I'm hearing one YouTuber. He's like the best football strategist since Don Shula. You know, if you let him tell it, he said that it's the coaching. That's what he said. And he also said the reason why he didn't want to go there is because how they were treating their players. This is what he's saying. Now, I don't like when people talk like that unless they're going to tell us the full story. So don't sit here and say, well, I know a little bit more than you guys know. You see, I come from an era we don't do that. We don't do that. But obviously he's a little younger than me. He comes from a different era. He comes from the timeout era. I didn't come from that era. If you're going to speak on something, say it all the way through. He said that he don't like how they treat their players, and certain things like that. He said they're not preparing correctly. This is what he's saying. They're not preparing correctly. They don't know how to prepare correctly. He doesn't care about the gold jackets, this and that. But let me explain something to him real quick. Prime is the reason why you're getting a lot of views. He is. He's the reason why you're getting a lot of views. If you don't believe me, I want you to create a new channel and follow a new sports team to see if you get those views. You're not going to get them. He's the reason why you're getting the views. And don't get me wrong, he can still have his opinion. But he's going. They crossing the line a little bit when he said, "Well, they're doing certain things in this behind the scenes. I don't want to speak on it." I know, Buck, right? That's what he said. He said all the go. He said they can't even prepare. They can't even prepare. They don't. He said they don't know how to prepare. Um, and also he witnessed that when he was up there, he don't like how they treat the players. He know a little something that is not public information. I was like, whoa. Yeah, and players reach out to him, and players reach out to him to go over game strategy, guys. I was like, whoa. I'm talking about Buffed and Prime. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't sit here and talk about people without mentioning their name. I'm going to mention your name, right? I'm not afraid to just name drop. They don't name drop me though. Nobody does. But yeah, I'll name drop people. It don't matter. Is I still asleep at night? Oh yeah, I'm gonna name it. Oh, for sure I am. So I thought about it. I don't have nothing against Buffed and Prime, by the way. I like how he breaks down film, but I was like, wow, he said, what, really? So how are they treating their players? Guys, this might matter. Let me tell you why. None of us have any background information on the team. None of us does. Except for a couple people. Matt McChesney claims that he does, because he said he was on the committee to bring Coach Prime there. So obviously he got some insider information. And him and Buffed and Prime just recently did a show together. I said, okay, I see where this is going. And there was another YouTuber, I can't remember his name right now. He just interviewed another former player there. They used to be a linebacker that played in the NFL. Then he got on his show. See how they doing the rounds? I honestly think this is it's a strategy to get Coach Prime out of there to quit. I think it's a strategy to get him to quit because they're trying to minimize him now, say he don't know what the fuck he's doing, to try to get him out of there to quit. No, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to fire him. You're gonna have to fire him if y'all truly feel that way. If the university, see, this is a reflection on the university. Let me tell you why. Because if Matt McChesney said he was on the committee to bring Coach Prime there, and he talked to the boosters and stuff, what he's saying is a reflection on the university, how they feel about Coach Prime. That's what he's saying. But they're not going to tell him that, though. He even said it. He said they're not going to tell him. But it's still a reflection because you're supposed to have some type of pull up in the university. But I can tell you guys what's going on with Matt McChesney. Coach just don't want to use his players. Just because your father played there don't mean that you can play there. Don't mean that Coach Prime wants you there. He has the right to pick whoever players he want to pick. So just because you're considered a legacy player don't mean that you're going to be cut out for his system. Okay? Yeah, it's a bigger play. It definitely is. It definitely is a bigger play going on. I see it. I see it. It's a bigger play going on, and I see it. And I see why, Coach, he keeps his circle very, very short. Coach does. When you get older, you do that. But he keeps his circle very, very close for these very reasons, for when it gets tough. Even Matt McChesney, he's being very, very disrespectful. He's calling him sensitive. He's calling him a narcissist. This is a plan to get him out of there. It definitely is a plan. Now, is it going to work? I don't think so. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, he could have coached anywhere in the country, man. But this guy, he has no coaching experience. He can break plays down pretty well, but he said no. Because apparently they brought him there. And he said Coach Prime said to him, "Well, how much do you want to come here?" I'm like, "Damn, that really happened? Okay, cool. All right. Well, how much you really want to come here?" And he said he was not going there because of how their environment is and how they treat certain players. And he said he has a certain code of ethics. So I said, whoa, wait a minute. So he's saying something, right? So let me just say this, why that matters. Because he said the players call him to go over plays. That's a problem. You know why? Because they don't go to the coaches. So if that is the case, I had to think about, I said, okay, if that is the case, then they're not going to the coaches. That's a problem. You ain't going to your positional coach. And then he said one player came to him and said, do BYU run this and this? And he said, no, BYU don't run that. They run this. But were they prepared to say that that BYU run this and they really don't run that? Now I'm going to have to ask Coach Prime a question. Are you being sabotaged? Are you now? Because I like when Buff and Prime said that, because I listened to him. Hold on a second. I ain't putting no words in nobody's mouth. Let me let you hear it. Let me let you hear what he said. I ain't gonna put nobody words in nobody's mouth, because maybe I said it wrong. Hold on.
Yeah, I was about to say, shoot, we could have been on the sticks. Smoke signal. Yeah. You a dog or you a cat?
Let's listen to it.
I think so.
Man, GNX, bro, like, man, that's the problem. Like, you can't even get excited because you feel like, oh, gosh, what's this about to be? What we walking into? We can't give up another 50 points. It just can't.
West Virginia. Look at my teammates in the chat. Come on, I'm ready. You know it's me.
What we say? Let's go.
We can't tell Emily. She'll get mad. And it's funny because, like, the people that was in Patreon all off season, they know exactly what happened instantly. And here we go. TCal, what went wrong with you and CU? I know the CU media fans be tripping, but did something happen between you and the actual program? I F with you, just wondering what turned you off. Great question. Great question. So nothing happened on my visit at all. Other than I saw that was a place I would not want to be. And I was doing Patreon lives while I was in Colorado. And I was saying is things aren't what, I knew what time it was this season. Unfortunately, I know certain inside information about what happened with certain players and how certain players were treated and how certain situations happen. And those certain things I do not rock with. I have certain standards that I live by and that need to be upheld to have my respect. And yeah, there's things that are not public knowledge that I know about.
All right. So you heard that, right? So did he saying he got some insider information that now that's a problem. If that's the case, if he's telling the truth, that's a problem. I don't have no reason to. Yeah, he did turn down the offer, but we didn't know why. He did turn it down, and he did get an offer. I remember that because I watch him. I remember when he went up there. Hell, I might be a Patreon member. He doesn't know that. I might be one of his Patreon members. But I remember he was up in Colorado. He's not lying. He did go live up there. He did. He said that he don't like how they treat the players. And they lost some players. And guess what they said also? Matt said this. Matt said he don't hold up. Who said it? Him or Matt? Oh, no, Buff and Prime said it. T Cal said he said that Hill Green wasn't wanted there. Hill Green wasn't wanted there. So I'm like, I was taken back by that. I'm gonna tell you why, guys. I was taken back by this. What do you mean he wasn't wanted there? Because he's the reason why you guys are giving up so many yards right now. Y'all need him there. Y'all need somebody to be there with JB. JB can't do it by himself. He needed Hill Green there. He can't do this by himself. He can't run sideline to sideline. He gotta control his side plus whatever his box is. He can't be everywhere at one time. You need another linebacker. He doesn't have it. And also Wester is not there. This is the reason why they're giving us so many yards. It's the reason why they're giving up so many yards. They don't have the proper personnel. Like I told y'all, they don't have the personnel. It's probably part of the coaches and personnel. Okay, but you need the personnel that knows football, that studies film. You do need that. So he said he turned down the job. He didn't want it, and yeah. So he's also said the players come up to him and go over strategy with them. Like, hey, did BYU do this? Did BYU predominantly play this defense? He said no, they never played it. So wait a minute, they never played that defense, and they're coming to him saying, do they play this defense? That means he could be being sabotaged. That could be a sabotage event going on. And coach is just not aware of it. He knows something is wrong though, but he can't put his pen. If he knows something is wrong and he can't put his hand on it, he got fired every last coach. He got to fire the offense and defensive coordinator at this point. I'm gonna tell you why. There's a system in place, and they're not gonna let him win. They're not gonna let him win. There's a whole system in place, man. And if they really got it out for him, they could send people his way to sabotage him. You said they feel comfortable talking to him because Prime did try to get him on the staff. Right, they might feel comfortable talking to him, but you're supposed to be talking to your coaches. They got the gold jackets. That's who you need to be going to get some uncommon information. You said, I believe that's why no players talked after the game. Yeah, there's something going on here. And I believe his season was compromised. And I do believe he did have a good team on paper. Because Salter is not bad. I watched his film. You just don't just unlearn how to play. You don't just unlearn how to play. He can play. And he got an arm on him. So what went wrong here? It's the play calling too. So he would have to just do a Michael Vick and let everybody go at this point. But he's not doing it. So I'm saying, is anybody else controlling him at this point? What's really going on up there? You know, I heard somebody say one time when Coach left Jackson State, you say you believe Hillgreen got railroaded. He getting it from all sides refs. Well, Hillgreen doing his thing now. He's at Alabama. He's starting. He's on his way to the NFL after this season, David. He's on his way to the big league. He's doing great now. Something went wrong here. And the thing is, Coach is trying to put his finger on it. And he can't. That means he got to let all the coaches go. And you know what he's going to have to do? He's going to have to go to the high school ranks and find him an offensive coordinator. Or he's going to either have to go to the high school ranks and give somebody a chance there. Who's at IMG? He might have to hire somebody from IMG to come in and be the coordinator. But he do have Bartolone. So Bartolone should be probably good next year. Because, you know, he had Bartolone at Jackson State. I don't know why didn't he use Bartolone to be his offensive coordinator when he moved to Colorado? Why didn't he do that? I think there's a concerted effort to make this man fail. It's a concerted effort. And they went light on him last year because they liked Travis. Remember, they didn't want Travis with them. They did not. When Travis went to Jackson State, it was a huge problem. Even Coach Saban said something. He was insinuating that Prime paid him out of his pocket, which is a violation. He said that. He insinuated it. He didn't say Prime, but he said, you know, Coach is paying players. It's a problem. They did not like that. Especially for that player of that caliber, not to go to a school of what they wanted him to go to. No, they didn't want him to have all that power because they knew it was a potential that the Power Five, excuse me, the 5-star floodgates were open for Prime. They didn't want that because, oh my God, he got Jordan Seaton. We got to stop this shit. And he got Juju too. The floodgates for the floodgates for the 5 stars would have opened up. They have to do something to put this fire out. They have to. They don't want him to have this power. They were tired of him when he was playing. I'm telling you guys this. That's what it is. They didn't like his braggadocio attitude. And they don't want to deal with it anymore. Let me tell you something, guys. I'm being real with you. I thought he had a lot of pull in the NFL. He doesn't. If he had pull in the respect in the NFL, his son wouldn't have got treated this way. His son wouldn't have got treated this way. Yeah, of course there's a mold. His son, they probably giving up the playbooks too. I'm telling you, let me tell you guys something, yo. I started breaking down their offensive line. That's where I started. I did this a couple days ago. I was going to do a whole video on it. I broke down their whole offensive line. You know, the starters, but I started with the center. That's what I started with. I started with the center, and I went back and looked at his history. And then I went to the left and right tackle. Their starting right tackle is hurt. But what's the name? The one that's sitting there now, he's not bad. He played last year. So then I looked at what they have. They are not bad, guys. They have a high rating. They're not bad. They actually have one that's going to NFL this year. And y'all gonna be like, what? Who? Yeah, he is. He's not bad at all. And I said, okay. So now, let me look at the quarterback. Let me take a look at Salter one more time. I looked at his tape at Liberty. There is no way in this world that he lost his skills overnight. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, Xavier, but it's another one too, Dave. It's not just Xavier. There's another one. And he's very quiet. But guys, he do not give up sacks. He don't. But what happened was when they gave up all them sacks that game, I honestly feel like somebody had their playbook. And if you look at the plays that were being called, they call wacky plays. If you know your quarterback needs help, why don't you call shorter routes if your quarterback needs help? Why you got two receivers next to each other streaking down the field? But at this point, it don't even matter if they got their playbooks, David. That don't matter. It's the play calling too. So people can have your playbook, that's fine. But they don't know when you're going to call what you're going to call. Yeah, all those coaches there didn't like him either. Remember that one coach wouldn't shake his hand? It's real hate against this man, yo. I'm telling you guys, it really is. It really is. And you probably saying, well, Max, where is it coming from? It came from him playing. I'm telling y'all this. That's where it came from. They don't want to deal with it no more for some reason. They don't like the braggadocio attitude. They don't. And when he went to the university and he said, I'm bringing my Louis luggage. And he said, well, you know, if y'all went 1-11, they fired the coaches. Who you think is next? They didn't like that. Their parents didn't like that. They didn't like that because some of the players, they were dependent on that scholarship. Yeah, it came from the NFL for sure. But they didn't like how he treated the players because some of the players, they live on that scholarship. They depended on it. You know how expensive tuition is. That has something to do with it as well. And then when he retired Shador's jersey, they didn't like that. I guarantee you guys, watch this. If he leaves there, they're going to unretire his jersey. I bet you they will. They didn't like that he retired his jersey. They going to keep Travis, though. They didn't like that he retired his jersey. I'm telling you, they didn't. And Prime got to realize that, bro, your people are catching strays here. They catching strays. I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan Seaton fall to the second round. He's gonna catch strays because they consider him loyal. They're gonna use him as an example too. He's not going the first round. Not if he stay here. He's not. They're gonna make him go in the second round so he can lose money. They're gonna catch strays, dog. This is, and I know you guys saying, well, why is it Prime? Like why are they focused on him? Guys, I don't know. It has to be from his playing days. And it's not really that deep of a thing. I know you guys saying, well, if somebody's getting sabotaged, that's you getting deep with it. That's happened before in football. This happened before. You got boosters around. You got players betting on games. It happens throughout all sports. You're seeing people getting locked up now in the NBA. It's not far-fetched that this can happen in college football. And I hate to say this because I like Prime as a coach. I want to see them do well here. And also I like talking about the program anyway, whether they winning or losing. I'm still going to watch the game. Because I like some of the players. I like Seaton, and I'm going to follow them in the NFL. What's his name? Draylon Miller. I'm going to follow him when he gets to the NFL. Certain other people. Now you know what they're trying to say about Shador now? Did y'all hear the latest? They're trying to accuse him of not wanting to play. Faking an injury. I heard someone say that. Trying to say that he doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to play. He's like, it's like a silent protest or something. Because I'm going to tell you something, with back injuries, you can say you have a back injury and they can do all the MRIs on you, and you say you got a back injury, they got to believe you. So remember this. If you ever get I can't tell you all this, but if you ever get in an accident and you are hurt, make sure you say your back is hurt. Because they can have all the MRIs on you all they want to. And if you still say it's sore, you still got to go through therapy. You could be in therapy for a whole year. The more therapy you go to, the more money you get. And they can't prove it. They're like, well, he's saying he got back injuries. Okay. Yeah. But I do believe there's something wrong with his back, because I remember in that game where he injured his back, he did injure his back. He did. So it could be remnants from that. But they're attacking his family. And it's an all-out attack now. They're using the vloggers, everything. But T. Cal is a little different, though, because he talks football. He just talks football. He talks the X's and O's. And he said, quite frankly, they would have had to offer me a lot of money to come there to uproot my family. And then he also said he don't like how some of the players are getting treated. So when he said that, I was like, wow. Like, I wonder who he was talking about, but I kind of know. And there is a problem up there. I believe they're getting sabotaged. There is a problem. And let me just say this to the players. If you have a problem, you need to go to Coach Prime now. If you don't go to your positional coach, you need to go to Coach Prime if you got a problem. You need to go directly to him at this point. Bolton Prime said something about Hillgreen. He said he wasn't wanted there. That's what threw me for a loop. Okay, did they think they were going to get somebody better in the portal? Because they didn't. So I'm like, damn, it's like his whole thing up there is sabotage. His whole thing. His whole thing is sabotage if that's the case. Because you said he wasn't getting, because he was getting too powerful and not following the good. Well, I had said that before, Tony. There's a good old boy system in college football. It's been like that since Bear Bryant days. Like there's like like in the military you got different levels. You got E1, E2. You got different levels. And also besides the military here, it's like who you know. And there's different levels to it, right? So okay, like let me give you an example. The Pittsburgh Steelers coach, he went to the College of William and Mary, and also the defensive coordinator for Colorado went to the College of William and Mary. They both played there. Mike Tomlin came up under a certain good old boy system that he ain't never get fired, never. They love him. And let me tell you, if he go out there around where the College of William and Mary is, he don't never got to pay for drinks. Ever. Never. I'm telling you how revered he is up there because I didn't live too far from there. He's very revered up there, man. He is. He's one of their guys. And he went up through a certain coaching rank. There's certain ranks you go through. See, coach, he didn't go through that system. He played football. He went to the Hall of Fame. He went in the broadcasting booth. Boom, now he's a coach. So he don't really know these people like that. He don't know the whole like fraternity. It's a coaching fraternity. And I believe it was all the attention he was getting, which is, just he gonna garner attention. He's gonna garner attention. But they didn't like it. And Joe Klatt said it. Remember, I'm not speaking out of place. Joe Klatt said there was a concerted effort by the coaches to come together so they can help each other so they can beat them. Joe Klatt said it. So, and then also Eric Dickerson came out and said there was a concerted effort and it came from higher up so that Shedeur wouldn't get drafted. They told the teams not to draft him. So the whole system, man, the empire is against them right now. It is. The empire is against them. And I'm like, damn, man, it's really that deep, huh? It's crazy, man. Now, if I was him, I would be talking to my coaches like, how did Hill Green leave? Like, what the hell happened here? JB was getting ready to leave, remember? JB was hitting the transfer portal. They almost lost JB. So that's how I know it's a problem up there. It's definitely a problem. And it's more than just football at this point. But can they beat West Virginia? Because West Virginia has the same record. They're 3-6. They have a chance to win out as well and get to a bowl game. That's what they're trying to do. And Colorado, I don't know if they're trying to do that. I don't know if the players have checked out. I don't know. They may have. The players may have checked out. I'm going to tell you why. When they were all on their live, they did a live chat. And I was just sitting there listening to them. And the way they were talking, it was like they were talking in code. It's like they all checked out, man. And it's kind of, it's unfortunate, but it happens. You just got to rebuild, man. That's it. And hopefully you learn from it. No, they could not have done what he did. I know. They could not have. They could not have done what Coach Prime did. You said it's a money problem. West Virginia going to treat this like a bowl game. Yeah, for sure. They are going to treat it like a bowl game. For sure. But anyway, it's so once Coach Prime know what the entire problem is, then he could go try to fix it. Because, like I said, it's a rebuilding phase and it's going to take a couple years. But damn, he don't want to lose all the players he have there. So something internal going on. They would have to fix it. They got to fix it. That's it. That's the only thing you could do. That's how life is. You got problems in life, and you just got to work to fix them best way you can. That's it. These problems always arise. Football is no different. But beating West Virginia, they got to find some way to beat the run. They contain the run. And West Virginia is going to blitz them. You said T. Cal is a snake. He went on Matt's show, 0 to 60, and said some awful things about the program. He also said the players are calling him and asking questions about the offense. And yeah, no, he said that. I heard that. They probably are calling him. But my question is, though, that's a problem that they can't go to the coaches. So they're going to him. That's a problem. You said, I think they're trying to see if Juju going to stick around. And if he don't, it's going to get ugly fast. Well, if he preserves his red shirt, that's for a reason. Well, no, you can preserve your red shirt and stay with the school. But it'll be his decision to make after end. Because Coach Sproul said he didn't know. He don't know what him and his parents is thinking. So he didn't. He said he didn't know. That's a problem. He should know. He should be like, yeah, that's my guy. Me and my guy gonna be working in the off season. I'm gonna have him working with select QBs. We good? He didn't say that. He said he don't know. You said what of the position coaches don't know how to break down film. They should. Didn't they play in the NFL? They should know. But then he said that there could be new offense and defenses that they're not privy to. They're not really strong at or something. But he said he doesn't like the environment up there, so he wouldn't coach up there. I don't think he put him under his wing, David. I don't think so. Not like he did Travis. You see what I'm saying? He got to treat players like how he treated Travis. You got to treat them all the same. You really do. You can't have, I mean, don't get me wrong. Anywhere in life, you're going to have favorites. That's just the way it is. But you got to, let me just say this. So as far as the money is concerned, Matt said the money is not a concern. People are getting money up there. He said they paid Salter $800,000. He said they have money up there. So I'm like, damn, if you paid them $800,000, yeah, you guess y'all do got some money. $800,000? Sheesh. But that's a little bit under what the top quarterbacks are getting. Nobody getting what Bryce Underwood got. He getting over $10 million. I think his package is about that or something. It's crazy. He got a crazy package. Arch is getting a couple million. The kid from Vanderbilt is getting $1 million. Indiana quarterback getting about $1 million. Something or close to it. Just looking at the quarterbacks around the league. The only thing that was crazy about this situation, they had Juju playing in the what you call that? They did the transfer portal game. Remember that? He had a transfer portal practice. He had Juju playing in that. So that's why I'm assuming that he's going in the transfer portal. I'm assuming. Because he had him in the transfer portal game. Like if he's like for me, if he's your future, I wouldn't have had him in that game. I would have had him sitting to let him know that you the man. You don't need to play in this game. You know what I'm saying? You the man. We're gonna have you next year. I wouldn't have had him play in that game. And I wouldn't have had Caleb Mathis playing in that game either. Caleb should be playing. He should be. He should be playing. I'm gonna tell you why. I went to his high school film and I saw them routes he was running. He can run routes. He can run them short routes too that they need. I don't know why he's not playing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get it. But only thing they got to do in this game to stay competitive is stop the run. To stay competitive. Juju is going to get the ball out very fast, and he's going to make the right decision with the ball. He is. And he's going to throw the ball away if he have to. But, it's a big but, though. They got to stop that run. Caleb is not playing, Tony. He's not. He's playing special teams. You know who would be a good defensive back, but he just got to gain weight. Caleb's brother. He got to gain some weight. If he could just gain some weight, he'll be a good. I seen him when he was covering people. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, he got some talent. He just got to gain some weight. He got to gain a little bit more weight. I mean, he's like 120 pounds, man, or something like that. 130. He got to gain more weight than that. You know what I'm saying? Or 140. I forget where he's at. He got to get at least to 180, 190 or something like that, and he'll be good to go. He's a good corner. He got skills. I've seen that when he first got there. He just got to gain weight. He got to hit the plates at this point, the plates and the weights. But I mean, Caleb was playing in that transfer portal game, so I'm assuming he gonna hit the portal. You know. So at this point, I'm assuming that he's hitting the portal. If he was playing in that portal game. So they would just have to. Now they got to go out. I don't know. I don't know what he gonna do. I don't know. But he was playing the portal game. But for sure, guys, they got to stop the run this game for sure. If they don't stop the run, it's gonna get ugly. They got to stop the run because they both got the same record, 3-6. So this is the battle of the 3 and 6s. He can play 2 more games, CJ. This game and another game. He can't play the last game. If he played the last game, then he can't redshirt. Unless he get hurt or something. I mean, he can't redshirt. But he is playing this game, I heard. You said it was for the players who didn't see the field much. Or just portal players. I know, but it still was portal players. And he didn't see the field much, so you're right. Jess, you said Shiloh come back for the name. That's hilarious. We need him. Yeah, battle of the freshman QBs. Okay. Yeah, it's the battle of the freshman QBs. West Virginia, number 15, and Juju, both freshmen. So yeah, this is the battle of the freshman QB. So let's have it out. Let's do it. Let's do it in Morgantown. That's what's gonna happen. They gonna battle it out, guys, tomorrow in Morgantown. That's it. And Juju not scared. He ready to go. He's a prodigy. He's a prodigy. And I'm not worried about Jordan Seaton. Not worried about him. You said Caleb should be playing at a subdivision, then return to a top tier. Okay, so you're saying he need to drop down a division so he can preserve his I know what you're saying, so he can preserve his time. That is an option. He could do that. So he can preserve his eligibility. He did redshirt though. He did redshirt 1 year. But if you go look at his tape from high school, you can see what I'm talking about. He already run crisp routes. You know how some people, they lag on their routes? He don't do that. It's very crisp, like Jimmy Horn does. He's the same way. Same way, crisp routes. He's kind of like, reminds me of like Santana Moss. But he's just not playing. So I don't know. Maybe he's hurt. I don't know. But he's playing special teams. But hey, man, it's only one way but up at this point. You can't get no worse. You know, that's what somebody told me. It's only one way is up because you can't get no worse. So you got to look at it like that. You said if you want the spotlight, you stay at CU. Yeah. Go to game experience, go down and come back up. So, but if they don't, it's a lot of corrections to make. You can't make them in like 2 weeks, but you said Alton McCaskill wound up at Sam Houston State. How's he doing there? Let me see. How is he doing at Sam Houston? Let me see. Damn, they losing. They lost to Texas 0-55. Damn, did they win a game this year? Hold on, let me see. Did they win a game this year? That's what I'm looking at. Holy smokes. Bruh. They haven't won a game this year, bro. Sam Houston is 0. They haven't won a game. So trust me, it could get a lot worse, guys. This ain't that bad. Yeah, see, you could beat West Virginia if they stop the run, of course. They both 3-6 right now. But damn, he had Sam Houston. They ain't win not in our game. Not in our game. Yeah, you heard me. Not in our game. They ain't win not one game. Damn. So see, you ain't that damn bad. At least they won some games. That's how I look at it. It could be. I'm like this. It could be a lot worse type of person. That's how I am. It could be worse. You hear me? It could be worse. I know the fans sitting up here complaining, but Sam Houston ain't win no game this year. Not in our game. Okay? You see what I'm saying? At least y'all still in contention for a bowl game. I want them to get to a bowl game. I want them to win out, guys, so they can get to a bowl game. Straight up. So Matt McChesney blood pressure can go down. Lord have mercy. This man blood pressure. You see how he be talking? His blood pressure is all the way through the roof. And here's the thing. You know what? Hey, coach, why don't you call Matt, man? Why don't you call Matt? He wants to be there. He wants to be there so bad. He's just throwing y'all name in the dirt. He sure is. He's throwing y'all name all over the dirt. He's on a campaign right now. Man, let Matt come up there, man. Let him come be around the guys, man. He really wants to be there. He does. He don't got high blood pressure. He don't brought his recruits up there. Y'all ain't studying his recruits. Y'all can't do Matt like that, man. Bring Matt up there, man, to talk to the trenches, man. Bring him up there, man. Because at this point, he's about to blow another gasket. Wait till after the West Virginia. If they don't beat West Virginia, he's getting ready to go through the roof. He's going to blow another gasket. I know you said they're good now. You said Prime and Matt talked on the phone and are good now, which means Prime G. No, man. If they good now, let them come up there. What's the problem? Let them come up there, man. Because he is not, listen, this dude is not playing about Colorado football. He's not playing. So let him come up there, man. I know he went on Whitlock's show, but here's the thing. Let him come up there and see what he could do. Like, come on, man. Help us out then. Come help us then. Come help us. He would love to be around the team. He would. He would. He'll love it. And some of the players might like him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a fiery person. You know the trenches like people like that. Because at this point, he's going to blow another gasket after this game. If they don't win this game, he's going to go through the roof, yo. He's going to go through the roof. He's already getting petty. He's getting petty. He's throwing a tantrum. He said, can y'all please play that damn... And look, guys, if y'all win this game, please sing the fight song. Please. Please sing the fight song for Matt, yo. Please sing the fight song, because don't sing Big X the Plug. Please. Please sing the fight song first. You know what I'm saying? And then go from there. Because this dude is really, he blowing a gasket. I know he can help without joining the staff. He can just come up there. You know how they had Randy Moss come up? Have Matt come up and talk to the trenches. Because the offensive line is really good this year. They're good. They're not. And he even said, they got one. He said, they got a motherfucker on that league right now. He said, they got a motherfucker on that. I'm not talking about Jordan. They got another motherfucker on that line that's going to the motherfucking league. He said, can you, but he was talking about the defensive line. He said, can y'all please stop the fucking run? Can you please stop it? First, he starts off calm, but the dude that's his co-host, he be like egging him on. Matt starts off calm at first. Guys, let him up there, man. Let him up there, because he going to blow a gasket, yo. Let him up there. Let him be around the team, man. And recruit some of his players, please. Because guys, I'm afraid he going to keep talking. And you know how people are when they get upset, they get vindictive. You know what I'm saying? And he not playing when it comes to Colorado, man. You said he was ranting about Tupac and Criss Cross. Well, he old school about rapping. He talked because he a Tupac, Criss Cross kind of guy. That's his era. He don't know nothing about Big X the Plug. He don't listen to that type of music because I don't listen to it. So I know he don't listen to it if I don't listen to it. He listened to what I listen to because, see, Matt is the younger brothers to my generation. He listened to what we listen to. Okay, yeah, I heard him say Tupac and that. I'm like, damn, he dated. They don't listen to that, dude. They don't listen to that. That's what you listened to when you were playing football. Okay? They ain't listening to that. They listen to Big X the motherfucking Plug. Okay? But guys, please sing that damn fight song, man. Like, for real. If you need to get with Governor to learn the lyrics to the fight song, please do. Because he gonna blow a gasket. You said if you play Travis both ways, play Seton both ways, too, Matt be out of it. Yeah, he really, he's pissed. He was pissed about Seton lining up like that. Why did they line Seton up like that? What was he about to do? Oh, I knew what they were doing. I know why they lined up Seton like that. They were going to pass it to him. How they did Caden Proctor. Remember Alabama? Remember when Caden Proctor lined up? And he caught the ball. They were going to do that so he can go for a first down. That's why they lined up Seton like that. Because Caden Proctor did at Alabama a few games ago. You said Matt is funny, though. I don't know why he mentioned them. I don't know why. But he's mad. Yo, he is going on a tirade right now. He is going on a tirade. First, he starts off calm. He really blows a fuse on his show. That's when he really blow the fuse. Yeah, he is going on different channels right now. He's not playing. He's not playing games right now. Okay? He's saying these coaches don't know what the fuck they doing. And Matt, go up there. What the fuck? If they don't know what they doing, go up there. See, he the type of person, well, they gotta invite me. Dude, you went to the school. What you mean they gotta invite? Go to the school, Matt. Go to the practice. Show up. You a big dog around there. You guys won you guys won titles around there, man. So go up there. Your boy is coaching up there. His friend is coaching on the team, guys. One of his best friends is the offensive line coach on the team. So there's no reason why he can't go up there. There's no reason, man. I don't care what he say. There's no reason. Why don't he go up there? Listen, David, at this point, if he wants to help, if he feel like they need his help, why don't he come, man? You said he's saying Country Roads, top of his lung. Yo, dude. He said there's two versions to the fight song. He said there's the country version and there's the real motherfucker version. You know what I'm saying? Like the hype version. He want them to do the hype version after they win. No, Kinfolk, the season is not over for him. He wants them to go to a bowl game. Yo, Matt don't want to hear that West Virginia song. He want them to beat West Virginia so we could do our song. Hey man, listen man. You said one struggling season, the media is hating. It's all a part of the coach and fanboys. Hey, I'm like this though. You having a rebuilding season. You see what I'm saying? You having a rebuilding season, so it takes coach another couple of years to rebuild his team up. So I remember people were asking me what I think the record gonna be this year. I didn't give one. I said I'm not sure. I don't know what the record gonna be this year. When they had Travis and them there, I said sure they're gonna win over 8 games for sure. You say he gonna put his hand through a wall. If they lose this game, he might. If they lose this game, because that means they ain't get to a bowl game. He really gonna blow a gasket. He said, "In the damn prime sexuals, they're coming after me. These damn prime sexuals." Bro, let me leave this man alone, yo, because I didn't realize his pressure was that high. His pressure is high over this right here. You know what I'm saying? So you can't mess with nobody like that, man. I didn't know his pressure. His pressure is high. You see how it read his face turn? He do not want them to lose to West Virginia. So he could go up there and help if he want. Why don't he go up there and help out? You know, for a couple days. But anyway, hopefully they win against West Virginia so he can calm down. Please, Matt, please calm down because your blood pressure, man. Please. And the thing is, the reason why he acts like that is because he was a trench guy. You don't lose that mentality. You know how rage he is? You don't lose that. You need that to be a good trench guy. He played with the Jets. I remember when he played with the Jets. Okay? I remember when he had to move to the offensive line. And he had to learn quickly on the fly. And he was able to persevere. It's because of his mentality. He has the mentality that he will put his hand through a wall. That's what you need to play in the trenches. He was you know what he was like? He was like a Richie Incognito guy. like that rageful. He was like that, like a real jock. That's what you need. And like football was his life. Football is his life. And you need players on the team that feel the same way he does. So maybe they need to use him to bring some trench players up there. Because the people he coached, they act just like him. So they probably gonna need him for recruiting. So they might have to like let bygones be bygones and let him bring some of his guys in, because all his guys act like him. That guy Gage Genther that he was coaching, he acts just like him. And he's on his way to the NFL, even though he's a freshman, gonna be a freshman. He's on the fast track to the NFL. You could tell. He's on the fast track, but he's from Colorado. I don't know why he didn't go to Colorado. That kind of player you don't let lead the state. You got to come to Colorado. So maybe he need to just go ahead and talk to him, man. You said according to Buffed and Prime, talking a whole lot of nothing, Max. I don't believe that players may go to him as well as... That's what he said. He said they come to him for plays. I don't know. And Matt, he's cool with Jordan Seaton. He did not sing that fight song. I don't believe that Matt didn't sing that. He didn't sing that Country Road song. He didn't. Oh, I don't have a call-in link this time. I'm using another program. Wow, what you got for me, CC? Yeah, Matt has the right, David Smith. Matt has the. I told you, yeah, he's a good example of the mentality, because he's a very fiery person and passionate. That's what you need on that line. That's why he got to the NFL. And he played. He played because I remember I used to go to the games and he'd be out there playing. When I used to go to the Jets games, he used to play. That could be it. Blessings on a budget. You can't be soft. You can't. You said you can't be no soft line. Yeah, Matt's not soft. You said Matt trolled you yesterday. I know he does that. It don't matter. We had fun with it. I don't mind Matt trolling me, because I got at him. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's up. You see what I'm saying? And look, let me tell you something. He don't run from no funk. I'm just telling you this. He don't run from no funk. But Matt, it's all good. No, he do not run from no funk. You know what I'm saying? It's bad I had to go out a Jets player. He used to play for the. You know how I feel about my Jets. You know what I'm saying? And Matt was a Jets guy. But guess what's gonna happen? He gonna blow another gasket if they don't win this game. I promise you. Matt's gonna blow a gasket. You know another thing, CC, when I do that, people run to him like, yo, what's his name? He talking about you. That's how they do in the bushes. They probably don't went to Buffed and Prime already. That's how they do me. They went to me on Bucky. You ain't know that, CC. They was like, hey, yo, Bucky, yo, Max over here. Bucky said, no, Max is cool. Yep. They tried to go and get Bucky on me, man. They did. It's crazy. You said Max dealing with a player. Yeah, I know. I had talked about it. Nick Mangold. I talked about it, and I said he played with him. Yeah, Nick Mangold. That's why he had the Jet stuff on. I'm sure he did, because he's feeling a certain type of way. I'm sure he did. No, Matt's a real dude, man. He is, but he's mad right now. And he being a little petty. He's being a little petty, man. He is. You went on I'm not telling him what show to go on because he got to do his thing. You know, he getting promotion. He went on what's his name show, Whitlock. You said, question, will Buffton Prime go to Miami or Bama if they invited him to talk? I don't know. I don't know his business. You said, brother Max, your accent is funny. Jersey accent. You sound. I don't really have a Jersey accent, really. No, you can't really hear the Jersey accent in me because I was in Virginia for so long. And I got family from North Carolina. So you can't really hear my Jersey accent that much. But yeah, I'm from New Jersey. You said he probably didn't want to go hard on Prime, but they got away from him. Listen, all I can tell you is if they don't win this West Virginia game, Matt gonna go ballistic. He's gonna go ballistic. I'm telling y'all this. He's going to go ballistic. If they lose, look for his live, yo. They're gonna go ballistic. He's gonna go ballistic. He's gonna start off calm at first. Well, yes, they didn't run the ball and they allowed 200 plus yards. And he starts off calm at first. Okay? He starts off calm and then he just gets like, what the fuck? They can't even do this. You have no fucking pride in your fucking team. Oh my God, let me leave Matt alone, man. Matt, let me leave Matt alone. But see, you got to understand, he played there. And I think that moving forward, he should have a big part of the team if it's going to be that way. Maybe he can just help out then instead of blowing a gasket. Come help the trenches, Matt. Please come help the trenches. Yeah, he called them turds. He also called them mercenaries. He called them turds. They up there for a check. He said, this is what happened when you have a bunch of fucking mercenaries up there. God, let me leave Matt alone, man. Yeah, come help the trenches out. That's what he played in the trenches, CC. That's how he made his money. He's a trench guy. You see how he act? He act like a trench guy. So, yeah. But, yeah, man, I hopefully, I would like to see him win. I mean, I had really, guys, this is the most fun I had all season doing this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had fun doing this season. Talking about Matt. I had fun doing that. I'm not gonna lie to you. But it's no love lost, guys, with me. I don't hate nobody. You know what I mean? It's just barbershop talk. Because if we were in a barbershop, we'll be arguing back and forth with each other. If it was in a barbershop. You know how when you go in a barbershop, how you talk? It's the same thing. That's how I look at it. I need to start calling this the barbershop. The barbershop chat, because that's how I run it. And he is a certified killer. He is, because he played for the Jets, and I've seen him play. He's a certified killer, man. Certified. So I can't take that away from him. Because I even said, like, damn, I got to go out of Jets, dude, yo. This is crazy. Yeah, he's certified, yo. When he played on that line, the Jets had a really good offensive line. He also played with, what's his name, DeBrickashaw Ferguson. And if you guys know DeBrickashaw Ferguson, DeBrickashaw played at UVA. DeBrickashaw sound like he's a Rhodes Scholar. That's how smart he is. DeBrickashaw Ferguson can easily go into politics. He's really, really smart. Like extremely, like Rhodes Scholar smart. And he played with DeBrickashaw. So yes, Matt can play. He's the real deal. For sure he is. Well, see, here's the thing. He talking about the YNs and the money because he came up in a different era. They didn't have that when he was playing. you know, the NILs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is a new age of college football. He don't particularly like it either. But hey, man, I'm for the players getting their money, but they got to have the right personnel on the team. And I don't know how they let certain players go. Like Matt talked about what's the guy's name? Colton Hood. He said, this guy's up for the goddamn, what did he say? He's up for the goddamn Thorpe Award. Goddamn. Oh yeah, Shiloh videos is funny. Shiloh doing really well with his videos. He is. He was at VidCon too. You said Matt is always mad and petty. Well, why don't he come and help? Please. Please come and help. He cool with Jordan Seaton. Like, come and help, Matt. Matt. You say he get lost by how he speaks. He sounds disrespectful and ungrateful. Cause he's mad, DJH. He ain't up there. Why don't he come up there? You know? And he had me going with that fight song though. He said, you guys, will you please have some pride? Sing the fight song. I don't know. They don't sing the fight song after they win. You know, every team got a fight song. They need some players up there that got his attitude. You know how Matt is all fiery and shit and crazy? They need something like that. They had one up there now. I forget the player that's going to NFL. He's like that, but they need more. They had the trenches is pretty good though. Trench is pretty good. I mean, as far as the offensive line. You said Matt said they don't respond when he reaches out. I know I heard that. He said it goes on eggshells. I mean, crickets. They don't respond. You know, with his recruits and stuff. Now, for me, I think moving forward, they may want to, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know the situation up there. I would think, you know, he played for the Jets. He runs a coaching camp. You know, he coached the players. He don't place players all over the country in the Power 5. I would try to get, you know, he's like another outlet. You know how Jordan Seaton has the outlet to IMG? He can be another outlet to bring some players from the state. Because you need some players in the trenches from your state because they're going to really want to be at the school. They're going to care if they lose because that's their home state. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to do it. You need some players from the interstate too. They take pride, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to lose. So, hey, you know, I forgot, you know that Colorado State coach got fired. Y'all know that, right? Jay Norvell. He's not up there no more. You said Matt is truly 0 to 60. Matt be crashing out. You got to understand his mentality, though. He's a trench guy. I'm telling you, listen, he ain't get to the league for nothing. He had to be crazy. So we'll see, man. Shout out to him, Matt. That's crazy, man. I'm a Jets fan, though. I had to go at the Jets guy, yo. That's crazy. But I thought he was getting a little disrespectful. You know, he had to call the man a narcissist, but you know, it is what it is, man. I don't lose sleep over it. I just like talking barbershop talk. He does care about CU, David. He does. But yeah, man, CU. It don't look like Shedeur is playing against the Jets. It don't seem that way. It looked like Dylan Gabriel is gonna play that whole game. So It's just a whether. I don't know if they're gonna still have Shador at the number 2 quarterback position, or what. But that's against the Jets. I want to go to that game, but he's not playing. I don't want to go. I was thinking about going just so I can yell at Shador, "Yo, Shador, what up?" Like that. Sit behind their bench. But no, I'm not gonna do that. Maybe next year when he play or whatever, or whenever they decide they want to play him. So we'll see him again. Actually, next year to be a away game. I have to wait. Yeah, I think it'll be a away game. But anyway, man, it happens, man. It's an off year. Shit, West Virginia only won 3 games too. They battling. It happens sometime. You rebuilding. West Virginia has a freshman quarterback, so they working through their bumps too. So, but we'll see. Is who really wants it this game. Got to stop the run. Anyway, guys, let me get out of here. I'll be back a little later because I want to talk about the Browns. And because obviously, the trade deadline came and gone. They weren't going to trade Shador because they see he has a huge ceiling and they see it. So he's rehabbing, getting treatment on his back. He probably will be number 2 for the Jets game, QB2. If they need him to go in, he'll go in. But anyway, I'll come back with that later, man. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys.